Hello everybody, Disciple here with Overwatch Curios. So, fan-made skins are a huge favorite for fans of the game. It gives artists a way to showcase their love for the game and some of their favorite heroes, and it gives the rest of us some really cool concepts that we can only hope to see the light of day. The community is full of incredible artists with awesome visions, so today we're going back with some more of the best fan-made hero skins. Now our first fan skin comes to us from concept artist Jeremy Ho. His concept for Dragon Scale Genji expands upon the dragon theme the Shimada brothers have in a creative way that pays homage to armor design from other video games. Dragons are enemies of tremendous power in every story, game, or movie, and possessing a trophy from a dragon, such as its scales, indicates power and demands respect. Dragon Scale Genji's armor is covered with these scales. Interlocking metal plates seem both futuristic and medieval at the same time, while still giving the visual representation of a man who's just narrowly avoided death and lived to tell the tale. His shoulder piece draws clear inspiration from realms such as Warcraft, featuring a dragon skull with an open maw and a fiery glow inside of it. Similarly, the left gauntlet wielding his katana seems to be made of actual dragon bones, with a much more organic and less uniform assembly than the rest of his layered plate armor. Both his katana and melee dagger follow this same design concept, with interlocking scales or bones reinforcing the handles of both blades. Meanwhile, the shurikens he wields draw inspiration from broad-tipped arrows, with 3 jagged stone blades connected by overlapping plates or possibly even dragon scales. I can only dream of how awesome it'd be to see Genji's Dragon Blade animation repainted with the maroon color that provides both some contrast and an accent to the skin, from his belt to the braided leather at the hilt of his blades. This skin really excels at taking traditional fantasy elements of gaming and bringing them into a futuristic world like Overwatch while still feeling like it belongs in the universe itself. Now, Benjamin Widdowson brings us our next skin, which is a fun twist on the theme of D.Va being a pilot. Bomber D.Va is a total throwback, at least for the futuristic world of the game of Overwatch, to earlier days of military flight. Both of the mech's wings feature classic bomber-style propellers, as well as more modern-age aerodynamic wingtips and jets at the rear. The front decal on the nose of the suit gives a nod to D.Va's iconic bunny, with a rabbit-esque bomb mid-flight. It's easy to imagine her self-destruct ultimate having an imposing custom audio file much like Officer D.Va, playing sounds of a bomber flying overhead. Now D.Va herself blends old and new together in a uniquely Overwatch manner. Wearing leather chaps over the top of her pilot's pants, she's still sporting a modern-age t-shirt complete with the mecha logo on the front. Harnessed to her chest, we see what looks like support for an oxygen mask, as well as pilot's goggles and a microphone. Of course, no D.Va skin is complete without a charm dangling from the blaster, and this one features a very classic bomber from which the skin itself draws so much inspiration. You could say this skin is the bomb. This next skin gives us an awesome crossover between Reaper and Jeff Kaplan's favorite childhood TV show, He-Man. While it'll likely never see the light of day, fan-made crossovers often make for some excellent fan content, and Skeletor Reaper is no exception. It seems like a natural fit with the skull, but it's artist FonteArt's usage of Skeletor's classic colors as they'd apply to our boy Reaper that really sell this skin as one of our fan favorites. The blue and purple mesh perfectly with Reaper's stock design. The tattered cape gives the bright colors that devilish character, but it's the guns that really put the skin onto that next level. Reaper's dual shotguns are lined with decorative bone fragments attached in a very makeshift fashion by twine. When looking at Fonte's work with the guns, I'm inclined to say this could be the best first-person gun model out of all of Reaper's current skins, possibly even dethroning Pumpkin Reaper. Continuing with crossover skins though, we've got a couple of Blizzard crossovers that could totally come to life one day. Blizzard is known for doing crossover references and art within its games, and they have Heroes of the Storm, which is essentially one game that's a huge cross-reference, so it's quite possible that we could see crossovers come to life in Overwatch at some point. We already have Diablo and Warcraft sprays, so skins like this seem like the next logical step. danyiart's Death Maiden Zarya skin perfectly blends the world of Overwatch and Diablo 3 together. Artzael, the Harbinger of Death, appears in Diablo 3's Reaper of Souls expansion, but finds himself blended with Overwatch's own Harbinger in Zarya. Artzael wields a giant dragon-mouthed cannon which bears a striking resemblance to that of Zarya's particle cannon, making this crossover weapon an easy fit. The glowing energy that powers the cannon is a fiery orange, emitting from the top and also the maw of the dragon. This skin could even have a fiery reskin of her primary fire, glowing in intensity as she grows in power. It's also easy to imagine the maw of the dragon opening and closing during the reload animation or the firing of her alternate fire as well, which would be super cool to see. Maiden Zarya wears the same Hellforged style of plate armor as Erzael, but maintains connections to Overwatch with signature Zarya markings on both the leg plates and the breastplate. The skin also has a skull face tattoo mimicking the glowing skull of Erzael himself. Now I think that Zarya is a little bit overdue for a skin this in-depth and this good, and after seeing her skins in Heroes of the Storm, I know that Overwatch can make a better one than what we've got so far, and this would be such an amazing one to see in game, and it's so cool to see what these talented artists have to bring us. Now, from Diablo over to Warcraft, we can shift gears to another Blizzard crossover skin by artist Valk. Blood Elf Priestess Mercy keeps with the traditional armor style and shaping of the default Mercy skin, but makes it look infinitely more awesome with ornate gold trim accenting the chest piece and her gloves. Particles of blue light float around Mercy as well as her wings, which look like they could have come straight from the Sunwell or the Nightwell themselves. The ornate plates that make up the wings would look amazing with Mercy's new ultimate as they extend fully and the power of the light emanates from Mercy herself. Blood Elf Priestess Mercy also carries an ornate golden staff powered by a blue crystal at the top. This crystal gives Mercy a source of power for her healing beams to extend from, and the glow effects they had put off match perfectly with the theme of light both the skin and Mercy have. Now, artist effektdmentality asks and answers his own question with this next skin. What if Hanzo had been turned into a cyborg instead of Genji? And with that, he delivers us this interesting take in his Cyborg Hanzo skin. Now, the base armor is heavily inspired by the looks of Genji's default skin, and for good reason. However, instead of the signature green lightning, it's Hanzo's blue that provides accents to a weave of interlocking plates. His cyborg form also retains the signature tattoos we've come to know Hanzo by as well. Seemingly illuminated by lights within the cyborg system, they glow a bright blue while Hanzo is channeling his ultimate, as described by the artist, but we'd like to see them glowing faintly outside of that as well to maintain the aesthetic and to keep Hanzo Hanzo. Cyborg Hanzo also made sure to maintain his perfectly manicured goatee in his new form, which appears as a darker plate on the face of his head. Now, we've yet to address the most interesting component of this skin, however, and that is Hanzo's bow. No longer with a proper hand, Cyborg Hanzo's arm now instead houses the bow that he wields. Wrist plates detach to deploy his bow, which now fires arrows of energy that originate from within the arm itself. The bowstring is also charged with the same energy, with an electric effect forming the string from which he knocks the arrows. And since we've already on the topic of outstanding Hanzo skins, we'd be remiss not to mention this amazing piece by freelance concept artist Chen. Chen's Infernal Hanzo concept art brings the hell of quick play an entirely new meaning as the Autolock King assumes his true demonic form. His bow is handmade with incredible detail put into the creation of it. Individual strokes of carving can be seen on the wood of the bow, while metal and leather reinforce the grips and limbs. The bow string itself, equally as corrupted as Hanzo, is made of pure hellfire. The demonic energy within Hanzo courses through every arrow he fires, also setting them ablaze. This skin has so many opportunities for unique and awesome visual effects, like the possibility of Scatter Arrow's impact point glowing red with fire, or Scatter Arrow similarly splashing in a blaze of chaos. Now, when it comes to Hanzo himself, we can see the demonic influences literally erupting from his skin. Spikes cover his arm while devilish horns protrude from his head. His signature arm tattoo is also covered in flames, once again allowing for some awesome visual effects to come to life, especially if he were to ult. Imagine the fire coursing down his arm while he uses his ult, which erupts maybe into two fiery dragons or even devilish or demonic looking faces. Infernal Hanzo's eyes also glow with that same fire that covers portions of his body, and his hair has been charred a grayish white. Chen's Infernal Hanzo skin is an absolute beauty, and with all the potential effects the Blizzard team could play around with, I hope that we could see something like this make it into the game, even if it meant more people played Hanzo. However, that's gonna do it for our list of fan skins in this video. Now, I wanna know what you guys thought about all the skins today, and if you could bring one into the game instantly, which one would it be? Of course, if you know of any artists whose work deserves to be seen in videos like this, let us know. We love getting to talk about and getting to show off all the amazing content from the Overwatch community, as much as we love to daydream about seeing these skins in-game. Also, make sure to check out the artists featured in this video. We link them in the video as well as in the description down below, and you can check out all of their awesome Overwatch art and everything else they do, and make sure to pay them the respect they deserve because they are seriously talented. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video, and until next time, peace.